conflict, you mean to say?
Coming at you live from the Macaroni Mansion, located in historic South Philadelphia. It's the Broad Street Breakdown with Vinnie Paz, the OG Gavin, Suko, and me, Professor Pablo.
And the clown.
And special guest, Sicko.
I don't even know where to begin.
Okay, I
We're
like
A.
how we were just having a normal conversation, and all of a sudden he's like,
Sorry.
First of all. Second of all.
When Sicko does his fucking, when he loses it and he does his snively, I can't fucking.
I mean, all right. I'm with you. I like it.
I'm working on getting some kind of monitor so you guys can hear the intro coming in.
It needs.
I've been lazy about that.
It needs
Sorry.
fixing. It needs some tightening up.
You're in the right.
His intro, he's on the right path. Yeah. I can tighten it up.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Please do.
Listen, man.
Pucker it up and tighten it up.
Listen, man.
You said it. I didn't. Don't make promises you can't keep, brother.
Don't drag me into this.
I'm not. I was just going to ask you how you doing.
No, I was doing all right, but fuck, man.
Sicko.
Shish kebab.
Professor.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, kids. I'm lovely today.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. The sun's out. Birds are
3 in the morning.
Birds are singing. Sun's out somewhere. China,
You're
maybe.
right.
Indochina.
The sun at this point is out in Europe.
Yes. Fuck. Have a crimpet on me.
A crimpet?
Wow.
I
Like a tasty cake?
Butterscotch crimpets.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Tasty
in.
cakes.
I'm not mad at them. Butterscotch.
I'm a fan.
All day.
OG, what's the word?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No. I got I don't know. I got nothing.
All right. I did a lot of verses for Heavy Metal Kings, way more than I thought. I've been writing a lot more than I have. I probably wrote more in the past 3 months than I have in the past 3 years combined. So I did a ton of shit, probably like 22 joints. Bill and I are going to trim that down.
What up, Bill?
Probably do like 13 joints. And
What do you do with the shit that gets cut?
I like all the verses, so basically what I'm doing now, I started the new JMT record with Stoop.
And what about the fucking thing that's coming out this month? Promo that.
The Cornerstone of the Corner Store comes out October 28th. That's my new record. The single's out.
Shit's
the
hot.
video's out. The Void with Amen, produced by Buck Wild, Digging in the Crates. So yeah, and I like all those rhymes. So Stoop and I, the two things I worked on so far for the next JMT record is the beats are really bizarre, strange, and weird timing. So none of the shit I wrote for Heavy Metal Kings would work on that. So I had to craft the shit specifically to the beats. You know what I mean? So once we get into the zone and some more traditional shit. Then I have some rhymes in the tuck for that, but that's what I've been up to, man. Just like keeping my mind busy by writing and recording. That's how I'm staying.
The Void's got over 300,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker getting it in.
Yeah, it's only been out a couple weeks, so that's good for us. Everybody's showing it love, and I've been doing these these little update videos, answering fans' questions.
I like them.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've been answering fans' questions, and
I pop for Edgar every time.
My man Edgar's in there, my dog Edgar, and I talk about boxing a lot and music. I'm listening to vinyl, like hardcore and punk rock records and hip hop records and shit like that. They're on the Vinnie Paz YouTube channel, so that's been good with me. But I was with.
Oh, I gotta ask you something real quick. Since we last spoke, has anyone new made the list?
No, but that could change.
It can always change.
So here's the real question. Are you able to add people to the list when we're not live on the podcast?
Gavin and I can add to the list whenever, and you two will be there will be immediate alerts. There's an
Like
app.
Twitter feed? Or
No, there's an app that has now been added to both of your phones.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
That
list app.
as soon as the list is written into, you're both alerted.
Is Sicko supposed to add that to our BSB Twitter feed? That who got added to the list?
This will be discussed.
All right, because that could
Moving
be
forward.
news, top news.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, the three
Breaking
people,
news,
The
it could
three
be.
people that are in it will be added.
All right.
Al Alberts.
Yeah, who
Andy
we have last-
Rooney.
Oh, Andy Rooney. That's what
Andy
it was.
Rooney. Wow.
Look,
Where did that come from?
Listen,
man.
the list is the list.
The list is universal.
Yeah, the list has no.
I'm just wondering
no
how
prejudice.
we even got to fucking
Because
Andy
I
Rooney.
said I hated the ticking for 60 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That it reminded me of going to school.
That's all it takes.
There will be a picture taken of each page of the list that Sicko will post as well. But something that the baseball player saw on. I'm super happy that the Mets got knocked out, but that somehow because of that, I ended up in this wormhole of baseball, which led to Ted Williams, who's probably the best pure hitter ever, which led to me thinking about how hearing this crazy story about the cryogenics and him being frozen, and obviously people know that Walt Disney did that too, and
Allegedly.
somewhere in some fucking cold room, Ted Williams' lopped off head is sitting there.
Well, that was the one story. I think the dude who worked in there was like, "Yeah, we had his head on top of like tuna fish sandwiches."
They pitted on top of
Yeah.
a tuna can,
Yeah.
and we're like almost like bowling with Ted Williams' head.
Wow.
He was paying for like $2 million to have it like cryogenically frozen.
Yo,
That
like
shit
super
was like a
high
bookmark.
tech, like
Yeah.
Star Trek shit, and people were like bowling with homeboy's
And
head.
wasn't his family like freaking out, fighting over who?
Well, first off, they were fighting. Half of the family was like, "No way!" Like he was crazy by the time he said he wanted to get the Frozen Star Wars.
No,
gimmick.
he was crazy a lot
And
earlier than
he was
that.
batshit earlier than that. Did you ever fart in a catcher's face?
Exactly.
Go ahead, please. You think battling with someone's head is foul ball? First of all, or he's tapped.
What in theory? What were they going to do with his head?
That's the key to everything.
That's the key to everything, but I don't understand it, so it's why I'm bringing this to the table.
You can't just be a head.
I think you can.
Well, in the cartoon Futurama, they have that's.
I was just gonna
every
say
episode.
that.
There's like a 500 heads, and you could lop the head on like a robot, and your existence comes back.
Yep.
The question becomes, you can't
Cautious.
just lop ahead and write that. You can't just lop
can't
ahead
just be
because,
ahead.
and now they're getting into to where yes, it can, where they can. Apparently, this has been done. You know, there's a weird story with the person that invented that invented satellite radio. Are you hip to that person? No. They're like a batshit crazy transgender person.
No.
I never.
Who's supposedly like, well, not supposedly, they fucking invented something that's fucking insane, right? Satellite radio. This person, he or she, I'm not if it was a dude, not sure if it was a dude, did the woman gimmick or vice versa. You know what I mean? It's of no consequence to me.
I think it was a male that turned into a woman.
Okay. They also invented this,
Martine Rothblatt.
Yes, it's definitely Martine. That's correct.
She's attractive. She's all right.
Pablo, what, do you have their name Googled?
Which one?
This person?
Martine.
Put their name in and then like live forever or something. So apparently
let me
she figured out a way to upload all of your brain activity so that you would continue to live
They did
after
something
the
like that
body died.
on The Simpsons too.
after
That's
the body
weird.
died.
With no like spleen.
Nothing, no gimmicks.
And
You live in that computer.
it says in 2004,
What?
Rothblatt launched the Terracium movement. I can't, all these words ain't going to go well with me. Transhumanist school
All
of
these
thought.
words ain't gonna go well with me. So go write that down.
A transhumanist school of thought focused on promoting joy, diversity, and the prospect of technological immortality via mind uploading and geoethical nanotechnology.
That's
What
it.
the
Good
fuck?
job.
Thank you.
That's
you go,
it.
you go slow and you pronounce them as they go along.
yeah, phonetically.
This isn't a contest.
It's not.
Syllable,
You did good.
Race.
syllable
You
by
did good,
syllable.
Yeah.
Pablo. Good boy.
Sound it out.
Yeah.
See
Sound
that?
it out.
See that computer right there? of
Right.
yours? You live on there. Your head.
Well, how do you do any cool
Like
stuff?
Max Headroom.
I don't know if you live in the stratosphere,
The ether.
the Ethernet, the.
I mean,
and then what is life like? And if it's pain, can you tap?
I don't like the idea of that.
You need electricity though. That's the main thing. Power goes out. Goodbye. You're done.
I'm assuming
Poof.
there's a backup, my friend.
is it like a video game? Like if you have your memory card and
right?
you save it?
Right.
you're-
Yes. Yes.
I think you need consistent electricity route through
You think You think someone invented a way to live forever via the being on a computer, but you know,
And didn't factor
a
in-
thunderstorm is going to knock it out? That's what you're telling me?
You won't
I mean,
believe-
let's be realistic here.
You won't believe the companies that don't have proper backups.
All right. So the question then becomes,
And the grid is very fragile right now, the United States energy grid.
all right,
All right.
listen,
Taken into advisement.
Fucking
this cryogenic shit is different though than. So that gimmick show we watched, the Wayward Pines gimmick,
Yeah.
they were basically frozen in time, but the word frozen isn't correct. What would be-
suspended.
Suspended in time via these machines, and you can program when to come out of this. You know what I mean? Suspension. Go ahead.
Well, that was the whole body though. How you gonna just be a head?
I don't know the answer to that, but Ted Williams is just a head. Walt Disney might just be too.
Where's his peen?
I mean, he said goodbye to that, man,
Well, what's the point then?
because they can pit your head onto someone else's gimmick. Say some kid taps out, 22 years old,
Oh, and you get a new
in a
body.
car accident. You just sew that fucker right on.
Wow.
And then I'm okay. If that's my head,
Right.
now I'm sewed onto another guy with another peen.
Yeah, it's like the man with with
Rosie
two
Greer,
heads, Rosie
John?
Greer,
And the whole thing is his
creature double feature.
his
could
body's fucked anyway, so they're waiting until they heal whatever fucking gimmick they have, so they can come into a fresh body that's not damaged by the germs and the disease
The question is,
and the failed organs.
You could end up with Sicko's hog.
Right.
I mean, that's not awful.
I'd wait
yeah,
an
but
I'm
what if
taking
you
it
end-
with me.
What if you end up with Pablo's?
This is what I'm saying. It's a crapshoot.
It's
man.
a
You're
dice roll.
fucked if you get that little wiener.
It's a dice roll.
If I end up with Sicko's Hwang, I'm mowing that lawn first and foremost. That's first on the agenda.
You're taking a weed whacker to it, is what you're telling
I
me?
mean, you would have to, don't you think?
I would think. All right, look.
Fuck,
You
man.
got the head gimmick. And
The
you got
wang.
you got the lopped head gimmick, and you got the upload your memory banks gimmick. Either way, whatever. What do you think the average lifespan is of the American male?
75. Made that up.
No, me too. I would say that's around. It's got to be around where it is. Would you forget the idea that the body breaks down, because it does? If you could live,
78.7.
That's pretty good.
that's not bad.
It's good.
Would you live to 120 if you had the option without your body? I'm not talking about living like some old bat in a home where you can't piss, shit, or wipe your own ass. If technology allowed you to live in the body you're in right this second at your current age, would you want to live longer?
Absolutely not.
So whatever time you're going to tap out that nature has said, which looks like to be about 78.9 years, you're ready to
Well,
tap out?
Absolutely. I'm ready to tap out now.
Should have been yesterday.
Professor,
Hello. I feel that this life is very overrated. I'm ready to go to the next existence, which would be what, fifth density?
Fourth density.
Fourth density. Yeah, I think I've done all I could possibly do in this world,
Wow.
and time to move on.
I guess if
If
you believe that it doesn't matter if you believe in God. There's no argument about turning into energy or becoming part of
doing something.
Energy. Energy has always existed. It always will exist. you become part of that when your body dies in some form.
Matter cannot be created or destroyed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's in the physical. There's still no idea what your consciousness or your soul does or goes.
Well, that part, yeah, but the physical, I don't know what's going on with that.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with any of it.
So
When I think of this scenario, I think of Interview with a Vampire, where they just fucking lived for centuries and in Lestat, and I'm just like, would I want to fucking live through all that shit? Like, no, like I'm done, man. Like watching the fucking this being built and this being destroyed and all these, like I'm
Surprisingly,
fucking-
I'm very with what he's
yeah,
saying.
it's just like fuck, man.
I've had enough. I'm like, see, I don't believe in anything. I believe. Wow.
You didn't go in.
I
Jesse,
can't
you weren't
either.
ready for that?
I was ready, but
Oh,
I'm always
sorry.
ready. But I
Sorry.
Jeffrey, write that down.
Like, I believe death is just the end. You cease to be your consciousness, your nothingness. Which I am greatly, greatly looking forward to. It sounds like a very, it sounds like a very peaceful, peaceful, no pain, no sorrow. You're nothing. It's
you
done.
realize you're becoming Sad Sicko.
The universe
Like-
is going to thank
like,
him for
you
being
just did a Sad Sicko routine.
Yeah, I just didn't do the voice. I'm 100% dead serious.
he's not saying you're not serious. He's just saying you're becoming.
Well, lest anyone think I'm doing this just for entertainment purposes, this is the same conversation and the same answer I would hold off the air. Like, I look forward to non-existence.
Jesus.
That's just dark, man.
I mean,
I don't know what to tell you about that, man.
it's...
Your life must fucking suck.
No,
cock.
it sounds very peaceful. It sounds like you my
can't-
favorite thing in the world to do is sleep, and to sleep forever and ever. That sounds... I ain't mad at that.
I love to sleep because I can enjoy sleeping.
I love to sleep because I'm blacked out. There's no consciousness.
Then why don't you just tap out?
I mean, because I have a fear of dying. I don't have a fear of death and being dead. I have a fear of dying.
I mean, I'll kill you. That's not a
I mean,
problem.
yeah.
I mean, all right then. Like, I'm fine with that.
Sign
I
him-
can't
sign
do
him
it
up.
myself.
I'll just shoot you in the back of that fucking
Fucking,
manatee head when
go
you're not
ahead.
fucking.
Episode 37.
I'll
Tap it,
fucking
sicko.
pit you out like fucking old Yeller.
As long as you as long as you promise to take care of my wife, fucking please do.
Done.
I'm at a loss here.
Look,
What answer did you expect him to say?
I mean, really.
this
Not-
is fucking
I mean,
Sicko's
that's-
contrarian corner.
Yeah.
No, this is not contrarian at all. This is like a thought I've had in my head since I was about 12 or 13 years
so he's
old.
constantly thinking about, can't wait till I die?
Part of my mind, yes.
Oh my
Hand to God.
Well, we have one thing in common because I fucking constantly think about can't wait for
Till
him.
him- for him to
I
die?
can't-
Exactly.
I can't wait for him to die either.
There's
but
the
I'm bummed.
alley-oop for you.
Yeah.
OG.
What's the original question?
I guess if I say to you, would you want to live to 120? You're gonna be like, I don't want to be all banged up and old. The question is, if you were right, like now,
You can stay
Yeah.
like
if you
yourself.
could live another 80 years,
Yeah.
you're in, right? Yeah, me too. All
Fuck
fucking
yeah. Why not?
right. What do I got to do? Tap?
That's boring, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm bored with that.
Tapping's boring as fuck.
I'd fucking do the podcast for another 80 years.
too.
You know what I mean?
too.
We'll have a tribute show for Sicko.
Aw.
Yeah, we would do a tribute.
Would you really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, don't look at me. I don't want to do it.
It'll give us a main topic for a
All
show.
right.
Tribute to
And then
Sicko.
you can do the- you can
tribute
do
to Sicko into
Yeah.
wrestling.
All right.
No, and then the next episode, Mrs. X dating game.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. All right.
You said take care of the missus.
Not like that.
Hey, man.
Hey, look, that's
You're tapped. You gotta
That's
stick around.
fucked
Stick around or
up.
don't.
Look, man. But you gotta live. You live by.
A woman's got needs.
Aw, come on, dude.
Look, he's got to live by what he's saying. If he don't believe in God, nothing's
Right.
out
Goodbye.
there. Death is death. You're not gonna know anyway.
Right.
So when I take care of her,
Yo, I'm gonna send her to your crib when this comes out.
listen,
You can deal with that shit.
listen. She should be it should be taken as a compliment.
Right.
She can go live with Mary. Mary likes her.
I like her too. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're evil.
how dare you?
How dare?
Mary's nice.
I will. I don't know if. What if you were just a head?
No.
What if you
I don't
were?
like
What if
that
you were
gimmick
just a
at all.
head and a wang?
What if you were a head that
Mez.
kicked it with me? Like,
Like basket case?
My
Yeah.
question is, who's carting?
Bill Al from Basket Case.
Who's carting us around? That's
We're
important.
both heads.
Yeah, I gotta be the head. You're fucking no. We're both heads, and we need a motherfucker to cart us around.
Jackie and Kath.
I think they would seek their revenge on me at that point.
Like by bowling with your head.
Yeah,
Then I'm gonna have to go
soccer. What's that gimmick game where there's one ball stuck and you roll the other one to fucking knock it into the place?
bocce ball.
That's what they're gonna do with us.
We're gonna be bocce ball heads.
I feel like that's
Volleyball.
what would happen.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
How long is fucking
All of a
Jackie and
sudden-
Kathleen taking care of our heads?
All of a sudden, my answer don't sound so bad, does it?
Pablo would take care of our heads.
Absolutely.
You would?
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Okay, so the scenario is Sicko's dead.
Yeah. Buried worms. Worm.
Me
food.
and you were just a head.
Yeah.
Pablo builds a cart, like an apple cart.
Yeah.
But there's two of them.
Yeah.
Did he-
One on each side.
That he pushes around.
Yeah.
Nah, I was going to do
And
the
we-
motorcycle with the sidecar. You
Two
get the left and he
sidecars?
gets the right.
That's how we get
go
around.
places. But if we're just going to like get a coffee,
Maybe a Segway
We
then.
need a-
Then I'm going to
like-
Segway it. I'll get a Segway with a gimmick on the sides too.
we need like a stroller, like a double
A
stroller.
a head shoulder. a
Put our
head
fucking
stroller.
head in. We need a seatbelt that doesn't cover up our face.
It goes around our heads like headbands.
Keeps us safe.
Yeah, it keeps us safe. And it pits. He buckles us in on our headbands.
We don't want to be rolling into the gutter.
No.
We don't want that.
The city's bumpy.
True.
Sidewalks
So
are
I'll have to
fucked.
get some nice shocks.
You
Yeah.
can't go down the curb. You
don't
gotta
wanna-
go down the handicap ramp.
You don't want to fall out and be on the dirty city sidewalk.
No.
No, because I don't have claws to clean my own head.
See, all of this, way too high maintenance. I'd
I'm
much
not
rather
against
be dead.
this idea.
Neither
if
am I.
Pablo signs a sworn
Letter of intent.
that he will absolutely care for our heads to the best of his ability,
I mean, I will be
I need
pushing
a-
up there in the 80s or something when you guys die, so I'll probably, incorporate my kids might have to help out too.
We gotta think about that.
Yeah, you got to get younger people in on this.
Look.
Who do we know who's like in shape? Like a motherfucker who's like, he's living till he's like 100 without a gimmick.
Tony?
I mean, I think Tony's 2 years older than me.
Yeah, but
It's
need
gonna have to be your
somebody
kids,
younger.
man. It's gonna have to be your kids.
Yeah. Are we gonna put that burden?
No,
on
I-
the-
Oh,
That's
on
what
the
that's what you
kids?
had them for.
Exactly.
we can't put it on our kids.
No. I'm stumped.
My nephew will do it.
Yo. Okay.
My nephew will do it.
Can he build us a gimmick, a cart?
That's why, because he's good with the computer. He's good with building things. He can build us a cart for our heads.
You might even be able to control stuff with your mind outside the gimmick with like a fake arm or something.
Well, we
So you can control the remote.
Like robotics?
Yeah.
Will he take us to get coffee and scones?
Yeah,
Skunks?
Will he?
but he'll take us for Basta Chut and Schviadels.
See, now this is
Or
important.
Gajunettes.
We have look. There's things to do.
Yeah, there is.
Morning.
Yeah.
We got to go get breakfast.
Yeah, eggs.
Come
French
back
toast.
home.
Nap. Naps everywhere.
Will he watch the shows that we watch?
We watch Judge Judy
We'll have our own room.
together?
That's
Yeah, like old couples that have two beds.
All right, this is getting weird.
We'll have a flat screen, and they'll sit our two heads, and we'll watch Judge Judy and wrestling.
But he's also got to be able to put the CPAP thing on in your face in the gimmick.
If I make this deal, can we get rid of the sleep apnea?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's an even trade-off.
What do we sleep in when we're just a head?
Put you on.
We
like
can't
a
be
little,
rolling around in the bed.
You're in a cylinder in water. That's how the head works.
No, I don't
Put
like
you on
that.
a little. Put you on a little nightstand kind of deal, like a dais.
I think we had to sleep in dog beds.
Will your nephew periodically come over and flip us to the other side and flip the pillow?
What about
Yes.
grooming? Who will take care of the facial grooming?
This is
he
a
got no
legit
arms.
question.
It's
that Sicko's
whoever signs up. This is all part
got. Yeah.
That's a lot of work you're
Listen,
pitting on
man.
somebody.
You know, we're
It's
complicated
important that we
individuals.
carry on and continue. We got things to
I mean,
say.
they still might be able to pull an income, so maybe they can pay for some extra help. Maybe this is the whole line of business.
I don't see how you're pulling an income just being ahead. What could you
It's
do?
Vinnie Paz, dude. He's got a fucking catalog. He's gonna be fucking making mints years to come.
Will he prop us up in front of the microphone and will we continue?
He
to
could
do
do
a
shows.
podcast?
Yes.
Vinny could still do
Yeah,
rap
but it's
shows.
all worked out. Boff will get all that money. It's all worked out.
He's doing shows. 30
You can
30 city
pit-
tours.
Look,
How's he going
What's
to do
our-
a show?
there's my head podcast.
We got to go through the day here.
How do you do a show?
We wake up.
You just pit my head right here, and I talking to this.
No,
mic.
I mean a show, like a Vinnie Paz show.
You pit his head in the middle of the stage and he fucking does raps. What are you talking
the
about?
gimmick that they pit that the comic doesn't use.
stool?
Stool?
The stool with the towel in the water. You just pit my head on that. Prop a mic up.
Then they're going to say your show is lacking because you don't do anything. You stay away.
Dude, it's a fucking head rapping. What more do you
yeah,
want?
That's
right.
a fucking.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
That's the
I
best show
You
ever.
wouldn't want to go see a head rapper.
I
I
would.
would.
But I can't speak for the rest of the listening audience.
They would go.
They will. They want to go.
Okay.
They want me to be ahead tomorrow.
All right, so go through the day.
Breakfast. Come home, nap.
So wait, you're eating?
Yeah.
yeah, what the fuck?
And where are you shitting at the bottom of your neck?
I guess the neck.
All right, disgusting.
Did we agree? Are there robotic arms or are people feeding you?
Wait, we can have robotic arms?
If we can be robots,
Then it's all. Then it's on.
Yeah.
Then you're doing your own
the
thing.
question is, we're just ahead.
Okay.
So again, this person,
So you got to worry about eating.
your
Grooming.
nephew, is top of the list right now.
yeah,
He's in charge of that as well.
of course.
If we annoy him at any point, he just starves us to death.
And bowls you down the street.
Or if he's
But
probably,
I think he can make. We're only living heads, but he will build. The sitcom will be about him building our robot bodies.
That takes
And
a long time.
That's why the show will last.
that's season
like
one.
7
yeah,
seasons.
Yeah, it's season one.
Because we'll be like, yo, man.
Plus, you've already figured out immortality. So, I mean, you got time.
Do we turn heel on him once we have the robot
Yeah,
body?
we turn heel on everyone.
Okay.
Like Killer Robot
So
gimmick.
for the first 5 seasons of the show, we're babyface, sympathetic babyface.
Yeah, like, oh, these
the
poor
world's beating us.
bastards.
Yeah.
They're two bowling ball heads.
They
Mid-season,
got no whangs.
mid-season 5, we got super wangs and we turn on everyone.
Yeah, and club them with our wangs.
The show should be called Super Wangs.
Can our wangs shoot lasers?
Yes.
Mine does that already.
We all know.
Oh.
And
You need to
so the name
laser
could
off
be
some of that fucking forest you got there.
yeah.
pal.
So the name of the sitcom could be Head to the Future.
Head detective?
I'm not mad at any of this. Okay, so we're back for breakfast. We take a nap, wake up, watch some TV.
Yes.
Lunchtime.
Yes. Another nap.
Do we go out to lunch? Or are we eating in the house?
We go out for all meals.
All meals we go out.
Three squares out.
I'm all right with all this so
All
far.
right.
Nothing bad's happening yet.
No.
Any exercise in this day.
We're just ahead.
just
What the
heads.
fuck
What is
are we
there to
gonna
exercise?
You get like fat cheeks and stuff. You're gonna puff out with all this eating and no exercising.
I'm not sure we care.
You just do like the eye things like this. That's the exercise.
All right.
Like Speed Reader.
Yeah.
You want me to get into half-hour cardio a day?
Yeah.
All right.
Nose flinching, that type of stuff.
All right.
Do I have to do that too?
Exercise your
Nah.
jaw. You gotta
Yeah,
exercise
I
your
don't
jaw.
like that. Are we able to talk?
Of course.
Which brings up a point just for the OG.
Yeah.
No smoking.
Why not?
How are you gonna go in and out?
How are we
thinks
going to do
cigarette.
any of this?
He's saying my nephew will hold the
gonna
smoke.
hold the
Gonna have to
smoke.
open it and bring it back in.
What do you mean?
He can just dangle it.
But yeah, but
That's
how
hard.
many do you
Like
smoke an
Matt
hour?
Dillon in the '80s, dangle that motherfucker.
How many do you smoke in an hour though?
In an hour?
Yeah.
One, if that.
I mean, he's got to eventually do something someday.
Who?
The nephew.
It's his job.
24/7.
I mean, he signed up for it.
Established that.
If you want to smoke at 3 a.m., he's got to get up and give
That's
you a
what he's
smoke.
being paid for.
Oh, so you're paying him.
He's our caretaker.
And I'm guessing by then he'll be married, so you'll have the wifey to do it too,
Yeah.
begrudgingly.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got ideas.
Yeah.
Plus, they're still going to be on the crazy hours. So 3 a.m. they're going to be up there, which means their caretaker has to adapt.
my
to their
nephew
hour.
stays up late.
So there you go. So, and
So it must all worked out.
you could still get tattooed. Fucking tattooed all over your face because you ain't got shit to worry about. You might as well get tattooed.
Yeah, I'll get the fucking.
Get your nose done.
I'll
The
get some,
whole gimmick.
I'll get gang shit all over
That's what
my
I'm saying.
face.
What gang?
Listen.
The headless.
The fucking head gang.
Yeah.
yeah. The fucking head gang.
Fucking.
Fucking head gang. It's
what
fucking
it's called.
hard.
The fucking head gang, man.
FHG.
TFG.
Hit the bandanas on our fucking head.
Yeah. The
We're
same
all-
bandana that straps us into the cart when we go out for
Right.
For meals.
We're all mouth and bandana, man. That's all you're seeing when it's coming at you.
We're all
And a dangling cigarette.
It's a scene, man.
It is. I think it can work.
Man.
I can still wear the lokes.
Dig it.
True.
I can still fucking have the beard. I'm not mad at any of this.
Neither am I. Sounds fun.
It sounds like way too much work to me.
For who?
For all of yous.
We haven't done a
We
thing
ain't
yet.
doing shit.
We ain't done nothing but have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I'm just putting
Watch
myself
TV.
in this position. I'm going, nah, man, it's too much for me. But you rock on.
Are you visiting Sicko's grave?
No.
I could have told you that.
We did a tribute show.
Yeah.
I'm happy with a tribute show. If I get that much, fuck it.
Now the other thing.
Here lies Sicko. He was all right. Thanks for
Thanks for the memories.
being around. Thanks for writing things down. Thank
This is
you.
sad sicko talking about dead sicko.
Sad Sicko would go to the tribute show.
What is
Yeah.
what is
Are
dead?
we having a funeral? Sad Sicko talks at Sicko's funeral.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Eulogy.
What would that
He's-
sound like?
Eulogy.
We'll gather here today
Dearly beloved.
to honor our departed friend, Sicko.
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 We're really sad about it. Enjoy some refreshments in the hallway. Thank you.
Vinny and me are going to go be heads now.
We're
What is-
gonna go. We'll get some pizza after this. Thanks.
What does dead Sicko sound like?
Nothing.
Because he can't be dead. He'll just be annoying forever in the afterlife. Oh, I
the
just
grave.
found out there is an afterlife.
Boy, in season
the grave,
in
he told
season 3,
Okay.
Sicko's a ghost.
And he's pissed off that there's an afterlife because he has to live it now.
Right, and
Pretty much.
and he was besmirching all the people who believed in the afterlife. So now his punishment is being stuck in limbo, living in the
Yeah.
house of the two heads.
He haunts our house.
Yeah,
Yous are fucked.
but we're not scared. We're like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, but we
You can't get over.
Yeah,
we
but
can't
when
get
I,
away from him.
When I
Yeah,
walk
but-
around like knocking stuff just out of reach from your head.
You can burn it with holy water,
You
though.
can't move things.
He can't?
No, he goes
can't-
through everything.
All right. He's transparent no matter what.
Yeah.
You can't do shit, Sicko.
No, I will take corporeal form. I will be able to.
And he's stuck
Touch
in
things and-
between. He's basically in purgatory
Uh-huh.
and has to do good deeds to
right.
pass on.
Yes, help people out on their way.
Then I'll be in purgatory for the rest
Guys,
of my
when's
days.
the last time you listened to Vauxhall and I? We should listen to it today.
Each episode is a different Morrissey album that he wants to listen
Right.
to that we don't.
Guys,
Guys.
I got a copy of the bootleg, The Smiths at the Hammerstein Ballroom. It's the first time they play How Soon Is Now, and Johnny Marr is out of tune. They weren't getting along then. I prefer Johnny Marr. We know, Sicko.
We know.
I prefer Johnny Marr
It's dead sicko.
to Marcy. I saw Johnny Marr 7 times. He shouted me out on the podcast. You fuckers deleted it.
That'll be my final revenge.
That's why he comes back to haunt us. That we edited the
That's
Johnny
right.
Marr.
Right.
That's right.
That's his heat. Because he
Right.
could go anywhere. He could haunt his parents. or
Right.
his
Remember
brother.
back in 2016, he said Sicko and the boys. Not the boys. What the fuck? How soon is now?
Oh man, I'm sure this could continue. to
I'm
spin
okay. I'm okay with Sicko haunting us. So far, I'm okay with all of this.
Thanks, Jeff.
Nothing is making me say no. I don't want to be ahead.
Is Pablo alive still or no?
Through half of it, like season 4, I might die.
Yeah, he's gonna tap
Does
midway.
he come back too?
He's shaking his head now.
No.
So basically, the show breaks down to the 4 of us living together. Me and you as a head,
Yes,
Pablo's ashes, and Sicko as a ghost.
Pablo's in an urn,
Yeah.
but it has a mouth.
Like a Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
You're like Cherry.
Yeah.
You're like Cherry, and you. When the script needs a little a punch, when the script needs to be punched up,
Yeah.
you say some slick shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Sicko!
Told you not to eat the watermelon with the chicken. Told you not to go sleeping in your pajamas. Something like that.
when we do something dumb and,
Yeah.
and it comes to
Yeah,
fruition
yeah.
that it was dumb, you point it out.
Right.
You should have known what I was saying.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Pablo the chiding ghost.
Yeah.
Now you wish you knew what I was saying.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
start to write for that role right now, as a matter of fact.
Can you get that going?
Yes.
Start writing the script, man.
Yeah.
Your urn is is on the thing that we watch our TV on.
Head to the future.
We
Coming
need a
soon.
theme song.
These are the two heads.
Sicko came back from the dead.
They used to have bodies, and now they're just a head. This Pablo, this Sicko, they both are still around. This Pablo, this Sicko, they're walking through the town.
I mean, that's about it.
All right, that's
What's this show called?
Head to the future.
Head to the Future. Fucking tune in, motherfucker.
Call it head to head.
head above
That's
the head
AO.
above the head above the rest.
crowd.
Head
Your
above
head-
the crowd. Head, what are some?
2 motherfuckers' heads.
What's the gimmick with the 2.5 men, 2.5 heads?
Who's got the
I
half
like
head?
that a lot.
Some schmohawk that
Oh, that's it. Somebody who we don't like.
yeah has half a head.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like a
a jobber.
yeah, it's like an odd couple-ish kind of.
Yeah, he's real neat and square,
We don't like
and
him.
we don't like him.
But for some reason we got to live with
He
him.
listens to Billy Joel. We have heat with that.
Yeah, it's not none of it's good.
It's Billy Joel's half of a head
I like that.
from a boating accident from the Downeaster Alexa.
Wow.
His head was lopped in half
Wow.
on the shores
And
of...
you can't fight him because you got no
No.
arms.
No,
I'll fight him.
I mean, you can't. How you gonna fight
I'll
him?
headbutt him.
I'll fucking suck out his eyeball. His one eyeball because he got half a head. So now we got half of Billy Joel's head with no eye.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it half this way or half
Horizontal
No,
or
half
vertical?
this
This
way.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Split in half.
Okay, proceed.
That's vertical?
Is
Yes.
that vertical or
Yes,
horizontal?
that's vertical.
I never know that one.
Horizontal.
Your nephew has to
horizon.
take us to a guy who we're going to pay off to fucking chuck his head into the fucking swamp.
How soon? Like episode 6?
The season finale of
yeah,
episode of season 1.
Yeah.
Like I'm not living with him for more than season 1.
Because you got to build up to it. Like there's going to be all this tension through all of season 1.
I'm just saying, we got like a 7-year run.
That motherfucker said the Snowman screenplay was silly.
This is outdoing the Snowman screenplay. I think I come off better as an annoying ghost in this one than I do as a snowman, so I'm happy with it.
I feel like
Either way, you die in both of them. That's the best part.
I mean, at least this one's by choice.
Yeah.
I feel like this. We're gonna continue to add to this.
Yeah, easily. This
For
is
the
going to be
next-
an ongoing.
Yeah.
We'll have writer meetings.
Boo,
Yeah.
guys, boo.
Guys,
I'm going
what? Sicko ghost. Boo.
Sicko Ghost. I'm going bump in the night.
All right, man.
Hello?
We're like, all right, man.
Hello. Because Sicko don't sleep well. We don't
Nah.
either, but once we're asleep, we're out now.
Yeah.
Guys, get up.
Guys. Boo.
There's stuff on TV. Chinga, chinga, chinga. I'm jingling
Yeah,
the
he's
chains.
got chains.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
that went well.
yeah. We on Tuesday we spoke about.
By the way, that for real is a glimpse into our real conversations.
Absolutely.
More than any other episode of the podcast, that was exactly what it's like in real life.
Yes.
He ain't
I
lying.
agree.
100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So
That was rough.
it was. Well, I found it like an exercise. You know, you
Therapeutic.
go to the writing classes, and they have exercises.
Workshop.
That was an That was an
Workshopping.
exercise in serial killers, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so I was saying we were talking on Tuesday's show about the biz and where it's at this time of the year. Every year, there's some cool shit happening in Lucha. It's not in Philly. There's some cool shit happening in ROH, which you are not caught up on, correct?
Real quick, somebody posted, I think it was on the Twitter. I don't know if you guys know this, that you can watch Lucha through iTunes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I heard that you can. Obviously, most people who have iPods or iPads or all of that or Apple shit have iTunes. I've told you when you asked me what I use. I use that Media Monkey gimmick. I don't have iTunes. I
use
suppose.
iTunes though, right?
Yeah, but for some reason it's a hassle for me. It's not that it's difficult, but it's an amount of effort that I don't know if I'm willing to put in. As weird as that sounds.
I don't know anything about
I know
it.
for me, a lot of people have Apple TVs. That's probably the easiest answer, but I'm not getting an Apple TV for Lucha. I have a smart TV, but no way to do it. Like I said, when we talked about Lucha episodes back, I'm shocked that Mark Burnett and Rodriguez are involved with it, and they can't get either a deal to have Lucha in Philly. Pablo has it on his cable,
Fios.
on Fios, but the fact that they can't get
Comcast.
maybe even a Netflix deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it's on El Rey Network in LA, and I know it's on in New York, and you have it on Fios, but
I mean, we've said this 50 fucking times. It's pretty fucking ridiculous that Philly, one of if not the largest wrestling market in the country.
I believe it's the largest. If you want to argue for New York,
I mean, worst case scenario, top 3.
yeah, agreed.
This show is not shown in Philadelphia. It makes no fucking sense. So I'm not fucking putting it over until they start
That's
showing
kind
us.
of that's a better way to answer that. They're making it difficult for us, and we're dudes who would pit it over.
Yeah.
and make it.
I'd probably stop watching the other bullshit that I watch because it's supposedly as good as it is.
Well, I told you the whole first season I watched in English.
I did too.
The whole second season,
I saw like the first 2 on YouTube or something, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking sit there and watch it that way.
Well, I told you I was watching it. I would tell you when I was doing it. I was watching the one season in Spanish.
Right.
And then I haven't seen anything this year. So, I mean, ROH to me is great. But I know since we complained it wasn't on in Philly, and then you found it that night, and you were like, I don't know if these are repeats, and then we realized they were new.
Yeah, the DVR had it, I guess, was programmed
From
when it was originally playing.
On
right.
that destination
right.
gimmick.
So
right.
it fucking picked it up.
So you're probably at least...
I'm super behind on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, there's been some really good shit as of late. But, yeah, so the only thing going on, because in terms of the top of the food chain, which will always be Vince, was there rumors that we talked about him buying TNA, and then off air you were telling me that it seems pretty set in stone, but that Vince doesn't want TNA as a current entity. He wants their back catalog, which would make sense because a lot of people came through there, including people he might not even be on good terms with, like Punk. But Joe, Austin Aries, AJ.
Probably by the time this airs, somebody will have bought it.
But you're saying that the Smashing Pumpkins dude is going to buy what currently exists, not the catalog, but the current company, and continue to run it.
There's a word that he's going to completely change the company name, everything.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'm not mad at it either.
I feel like, I have no reason to think this, but I feel like that Vince is just sitting waiting to see what happens, because we were talking before we went on the air that Vince can basically do whatever he wants. He wants to buy that company. He wants to buy that catalog. He wants to fucking buy Dixie Carter herself. He could fucking do it.
Definitely.
Maybe he's sitting waiting to see what happens with the sale of the company before he kind of swoops in and buys the catalog.
Okay.
Maybe he's waiting for Billy Pumpkins to fucking buy the company.
World is a vampire.
And then he will say, okay, I'm going to give you this for the fucking catalog.
So I got to ask real quick. Sorry to interrupt, but what I haven't heard any of this. What the fuck does Smashing Pumpkin dude have?
It isn't much more shocking to us. I mean, much less shocking to us than it is to you. We've both known that forever he's been a mark.
He's a huge fucking wrestling mark.
But he's like a jerk off, right?
It's like the biggest strapper ever.
But TNA has improved a lot since he's been involved.
Vastly.
So as a person, I don't know. He might be a nice guy.
So he's already involved.
I have a story about him.
All right.
It's not really about him. He was shopping in Tower once when we were doing inventory. And while you do inventory, you had to walk around with a clipboard and pencil.
Yeah.
Literally a pencil.
Yeah.
So Billy Corgan was taking the elevator up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Like 50 fucking times. Floor to floor to floor to floor to floor to floor.
Already, I hate him.
Yeah. So the inside of the elevator was like the doors are like a steel.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Somebody took the eraser of their pencil and wrote on the, because you know how you get,
Yes.
huge, like the entire door, like fuck Billy Corgan.
Wow.
While he was taking the elevator up and down.
I like that.
I'm not mad at that story at
I
all.
got in the elevator and was like, that's the fucking best thing ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my
Sicko,
Billy Corgan
he
story.
was running like a little independent company in Chicago, and
Really?
there was video of him like going. He was at every show and cutting promos, so he loves the fucking
He used to
business.
go to the arena back in the day, the one we go see ROH.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
When
any of that.
ECW ran out of there. So I can't criticize him on the wrestling level, and since he's been involved in TNA, it's definitely improved.
Yeah.
When you say involved, what does that mean?
Well, it was so slow. It was like, I guess he came in with some bread because they've had financial problems for a decade.
Years,
You know what I'm saying? he came in, and I guess they were like, we can use money, and you're a mark, and you're a name. You know what I'm saying? Which, especially like on some carny shit, it's like all publicity is good publicity.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If that gets a write up that the Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Pumpkins, is doing a gimmick, it's gonna get press. But he was kind of just like some on screen like part owner shit, and then the more you heard from the dirt sheets that he was getting more and more involved, more money in, more of a stake, you started seeing a little change in creative that was getting better and better too.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, it's bugged out because he comes out and like cuts promos. And
shit.
Whether you've ever heard a song, hate him, like indifferent, it never stops being strange.
Yeah.
To see this dude, you know what I'm saying? And he's like okay on the mic. It's not a douche chill when he's cutting a promo. You know what I mean?
Because he's a douche chill in every other
He's
aspect.
a douche chill of a human.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was Gavin hipped me to the fact that the Vince part, because it's been a few weeks and it was like Vince is gonna buy TNA, Vince is gonna buy TNA, and then Gavin hit me to the fact that Vince, his interest is in all of their decade plus of a catalog. You know what I mean? Because AJ, who you've seen work, Samoa Joe, who you've seen work, went through TNA at some point. So his logic is, if I own all that shit, I can put that shit on the network and more people will buy subscriptions. You know what I mean? To him, it's found money because he's going to get, you know, let's just throw a number and say that their catalog is worth $30 million. He's going to pay $2 million for it. You know what I mean? Because that's how good Vince is in terms of it's the get over. You know what I mean? For however many years, he's always getting over.
Vince has $2 million in his fucking pocket.
Yeah,
like
right
that ain't
now,
shit.
Nothing.
He'll make that $2 million back in fucking 10 minutes.
Yep.
And then make a profit from it. Where TNA's not making any profit from this catalog at all.
They were going into last Sunday's pay-per-view, going into it like up until like the hour of it, we don't know if it's gonna happen.
Wow.
That was like the talk of, you know what I mean, of Mark's worldwide leading up until last week's pay-per-view. Wow. Delete. So yeah, and then apparently, like Gavin said, I didn't even know the part where like Corrigan's gonna buy it and then be like, "This is my new shit." You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. I'm interested if it happens because they've been running in circles. You know what I'm saying? It's like the hamster.
I ain't mad at dude Pumpkins guy for
neither am I.
Wrestling
Neither. No. I'm not gonna shit on him with that. But he has dummy. Yeah. So like, there's dudes that either Vince needs to sign him. That dude, he needs to sign Broken Matt. But Hardy's like your age, so if you're him, I'd be like, yo, I'm making money independently. I want creative control because Vince will take that and ruin it. You know what I'm saying? I want him coming in telling everyone he's deleting. And people are starting to do that shit.
Well, supposedly
at Raw.
Yeah, supposedly he has 100% creative control in TNA.
I believe that, but that's TNA.
Right. So do you then go to Vince where you're get told what to do, or do you make a deal with Vince and say, okay, well, this is my terms?
But what I'm saying is, for him, his history there, he had some substance abuse problems, but made Vince tons of money at one point.
He made right.
And his age and his 20 plus years in the business, can he just be like, I want to come back, but I have the Hogan stipulation, at least when it comes to.
I mean, Brock's got it.
So
why not?
If that fucker comes in and pops up on Raw doing delete and all that shit, my head will explode.
They're letting the signs in.
People were yelling delete the one show.
Yeah,
it might have been SmackDown.
They ain't for considering that. You ain't hearing it.
Absolutely.
You ain't seeing the sign. You ain't seeing nothing.
None of it. It's getting shut down from the door.
That's always a sign that there's at the very least talks, and it was pretty much confirmed that Helmsley had sent out feelers.
Yeah.
And said, this, that, and the other thing. So.
And then, before we get off this, I just wanted to say that their entrance at the pay-per-view was fucking brilliant. I'll send that to y'all, how they came out.
I mean,
the whole place.
Yes. She's playing the
She's
fucking
playing
piano.
the gimmick. She looks hot.
Jeff comes out and sings.
Jeff comes out.
Senior Benjamin.
Senior Benjamin.
Yeah, what's the deal with him? He's
I
know he's getting the shit ready for him at the crib.
Yeah, I have the link of the whole match. We're gonna have to watch it before next gimmick to pit it over or not.
Okay.
Senior Benjamin. We saw Vanguard 1 flew over our heads.
Saw it.
2. So yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Cool.
Hopefully shit starts popping off, because if if Vince ain't gonna do shit for the next 3 months, someone better do some dope shit and take advantage of the fact that they're not doing anything.
I mean, that's the smart move now.
Make your move now if you're ROH. If you're TNA or whatever it becomes, make your move now. Get the deals locked down now if you're Lucha. When people know, yo, this is the fall of the fall every year. Until the Rumble. All right, well, that's what it is for the biz right now. I'm going to throw it over to the Sicko for
Dun, 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 dun.
word gimmicks.
Where did we start last time? With the professor?
The professor.
I'll go again.
Oh, he's stepping up. All right, let me dip into my book of tricks. Start off with an easy one. Professor Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone.
I like that gimmick.
Hey,
Stole
Rocco.
my gimmick. He just stole my gimmick.
He did.
Hey, Rocco. That's it.
Jeffrey?
Well, he's both the greatest actor ever and the worst actor ever.
Amen.
Rocky, all the Rockies except the Russian one and the one. where
Fuck
he fights
you,
the
that
guy
one's
on the
awesome.
I
street.
love that for
Nah,
Drago.
Hate
How do you hate the Russian one?
Hate it. Hate it.
With the
I ain't-
robot in the beginning?
I ain't having Apollo dying.
I mean, understandable, but
Had to happen,
it
man.
had to happen. He was living in America.
James Brown, living in America.
Over the Top, I enjoyed.
Oh, all day.
Nighthawks.
Nighthawks, I enjoyed.
Lords of Flatbush.
I didn't. Here's the funny thing about Lords of Flatbush. When I was a kid, I loved that movie. I tried to watch it in the last like 6 months.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking terrible.
That's
Could not even get through it.
probably been about 25 years since I've watched it.
What about
Yeah.
Sly pitting over Terry Funk?
What movie's that? Paradise Alley?
Yeah,
Hey, yo, Cobra, you know you
I
got an
haven't seen
attitude problem.
Cobretti.
You know what the line is? Yeah, but it's just a little one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
Well done,
Well
Pablo.
done.
His hairdo's exquisite.
Exquisite.
He
His
got
daughter's hot as shit.
he got
I've never seen it.
Whoa, get rid of
he got
I don't
What
know
is
what his
that?
gimmick is because he can't do the role, but I like I like it as his gimmick.
Yeah,
All that.
exactly.
Can you do it again?
The tongue comes out a little bit too, a little snappy.
Oh, God. It does something.
he got 100 tattoos in the last year, which is pretty fucking lame.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's all
He's got to be 72, right?
He's old.
I mean, I know he's 70. I'm thinking
Yeah,
72.
he was old when they did Rocky in the 70s.
He was like 35.
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably my parents' age.
he's fun.
Vinny?
He brought a lot of attention to Philadelphia,
He's 70.
and it brought a lot of attention to Philadelphia and to boxing, and continues to, because when he did Rocky, boxing didn't need it because it was the heyday of the 70s and the heavyweights. But I think it's all that Sly still, you always see him at the fights, still, and not just huge mammoth fights. And the fact that he did Creed and did the Rocky Balboa movies, it's dope to me that he's still like pushing boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Good deal.
And I loved all the shit that Gavin reeled off.
Yeah. Pablo, Cheech and Chong.
I think the first couple of movies are fucking super hilarious, but I think you just have to be in the right state of mind. And I'm not saying you got to be stoned, but like
I am.
you got to be in a fucking. But yeah, Dave's not here.
Jeffrey?
Eric my eye.
That's what I was gonna say.
E.T. Eddie Torres, extra testicles.
Psst, psst. Old timing dude.
I'm a fan of Sister Mary Elephant. So
Nice.
Pablo, Sunny Day Real Estate.
Really fucking awesome album. It's a shame they're all about Jeebus.
Jeffrey.
Come on, man.
Vinny.
What, you name your band that? Like I ain't interested, man.
No, you're not.
Like I'm not interested. That's what you come up with? Come on, man.
Name of our band is heavier than that.
I mean, yeah. Cloudy.
Rainy Day
night,
Real Estate.
rental.
Sicko, write that down.
I might write that one down too.
Nice. Vin.
I'm correct in saying there's 3 albums, right?
Oh, there's one. The Pink. The third.
The
fourth.
Pink, he says.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 perfect albums. I can look at my pid. I thought there were 3.
There's definitely a fourth one.
Yeah,
It was really bad.
maybe I knew that from one of you guys and decided to, when a band from 78 puts out an album in 2016,
Just
everyone
strike it from your consciousness.
Yeah, maybe I did that. Let me see. I know I'm.
Four albums.
Yeah.
I have
The Diary.
How It Feels to Be Something on LP2 and The Rising Tide.
And Diary.
Diary's the first one.
Right.
So I have the shitty one on here, but I must.
Yeah, The Rising Tide. Is the
Okay,
shitty
I
one.
don't even think I've ever listened to it, even though it's on here.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
The third one, the Rising Tide,
Yeah.
was like okay.
I like that one.
It had some good songs, but you could kind of start to see the decline.
Yeah. I love the Return of the Frog Queen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jeremy.
The
solo.
I will say that the Pink album is almost flawless. It's almost perfection to me.
Yeah.
That's for Jeff to enjoy.
I like the Pink one. I
Pablo.
like the Pink one.
Ah.
Hey.
Pink Sock.
Pablo, Sasha Banks.
You did this one already.
I didn't because I have no idea who that is.
Why were we talking about?
Sasha Banks.
Oh.
Oh, because you guys put her over on the list. She's a hot P.O. ass.
Okay.
P.O.S.
Okay. I'm not arguing with that. Jeffrey.
Mark's like her. I think she's overrated. She had a great match with Charlotte, whenever that was, but I feel like Charlotte did all the work. And Charlotte at this point is fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
Fucking
On the stick,
brilliant.
brilliant.
Brilliant on the stick, brilliant in the ring.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
Whoever Charlotte works with is going to look good.
Yep.
So.
She could work with a broomstick.
Yep.
Sasha Banks. Anything to add?
Gavin said Mark's low. It's ironic how much love she gets from the Marks when I think she's probably like 3rd or 4th best. I think Bailey's better. Charlotte's way better. The overrated. It's just it's not much different than music, man. When someone's getting all the shine and you're like, yeah, but they're cool, but these couple bands over here, you know what I mean?
I get it.
She's cool.
Pablo.
She's awful on the stick. So that
I'm sure she'd be fine on my stick.
Hi-oh!
I was throwing the oop and hoping
I
he's
saw.
Pablo Onslaught.
Is that one of them Hammer bands?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know 'em.
Jeffrey. He's gonna say what I'm gonna say.
A guy we knew had the back patch for years and years
It wasn't
and years
a patch.
and
It
years.
was painted right
Painted,
on the jacket.
yeah.
Damn it.
That's all I know about them. And it looked fucking heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But at that point, I didn't care. I was out of that at that point.
Vinny.
to my memory, I never heard a note.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to my memory, I'd have to ask my brother because I didn't own it.
They weren't that great. They were okay. The Power from Hell album was okay.
Okay.
It suffered from really bad production, so
Right.
it started
Not
off
good bad production. Bad
right,
production.
bad production. And then like maybe half the songs were good, but Jeff took my thing. Spencer Murphy had the fucking.
Nice.
That's how I met him.
That name sounds like I would write a fake hammer in my book.
Oh yeah, he was like one of the kings of the bizarre hammers.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I always got along with him well.
Not
Probably
gonna
beat
say
Sicko up.
that.
The laugh tells me that's a yes.
I always got along with him really
We'll
well.
just say there was a confrontation or two.
Jesus.
Go on.
Pablo. Where did I lose my? Naughty by Nature.
Hip hop hooray! Ho! I think they don't get as much respect as they should because of the fucking singles that they had to put
I would
out.
have said the same thing. Jeffrey.
Pablo was the first person I knew, I consciously knew who was into them. For some reason, I associate them with Pablo in my head.
Because I'm naughty by nature.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
He's down with OPP.
Me personally, I don't give a fuck.
You're not naughty by nature?
No.
He's just
Not because I hate you?
No. I know they hung out with the Queen Latifah. She can live.
Tretch is. If someone said who's the most underrated rapper you can think of, Tretch would probably come to my mind, like ever. Dude was brilliant. Still can rap his ass off, but to build off what P said, their legacy is their hits, which were dope. They weren't corny, but they weren't. He wasn't really showing his ass on some rhyme shit. You listen to all those album tracks, Hot Potato, shit like that. Dude was just a fucking animal. Birth Mad Styles too. All that fast rap shit that people are doing, that was Tretch.
Pablo, Greg Valentine.
The Hammer?
Nice.
Other than stealing my nickname.
Indeed.
Took Piper's ear.
I guess it's you.
I was gonna say the match with Piper, and that shit looked like a shoot, man. I don't know, like that's real mark of me to say that.
I've watched it not too long ago, and it still looks like a fucking shoot.
Yeah,
I think they just agreed to go.
I don't
beat
know
the
if
shit
they were
out of
like,
each
"Yo,
other.
check this out.
Yeah,
We're going balls to the wall. Whatever happens, happens." Because they beat the dog shit out of each other.
Nice. Pablo, Billy Squire.
Whatever is coming to my mind isn't coming to my mind right now.
Okay.
one of the Pandora stations I have, some Billy Squire comes up. I don't know which station it is. Probably Styx.
That would make sense.
I'm not mad at him anymore. I feel like I was at one point in my life, but I'm not anymore. Fucking
That's a good answer.
It is.
Stroke and what's that other one?
Lonely is the night.
That's heavy,
That's a heavy
man.
song.
Yeah. I can do without the one with the pink tank top that he frolicked through the apartment.
I don't know that one.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
do.
What's the
I don't. That fucking image is
Wow.
emblazoned in my
Yeah.
psyche.
That's gonna bother me.
Pablo, Google.
Any
Yeah,
Rock
he's
Me
like-
Tonight?
Rock me tonight. Rock me tonight.
Oh yeah.
Fucking mockery.
I don't
man.
still don't remember the video. I know
It
this,
was-
Oh,
it
it's a
was-
fucking bloodbath.
but I spent 20 years working in bars, so
Yeah.
Billy Squire is the king of the jukebox.
Yeah.
Vin.
I think a big beat, the break beat that has been juggled since the record came out. It's strange that Billy Squire would have such a huge place in hip hop.
I know.
does it? But that break is as hard as fucking nails. Rick Rubin used it recently for Eminem, which is mind blowing.
Wow. Pablo, Wild Style.
Okay. Have never seen it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I feel like didn't he put that over before?
I put Style Wars over, and I always
Oh.
confuse the two myself.
Oh.
But yeah, Wild Side is just like it's one of those things I think
Yeah,
think you're supposed to watch, but it's probably boring as fuck. 'Cause I think I watched like 10 minutes.
It's
of
good.
Is
it's
it?
good, yeah.
Does
It's
Debbie
good.
Harry get naked in it?
No.
Topless?
Yeah. I liked it. I mean, I don't have much to say about it. It's cool.
Vin?
I just it's the cornerstone of this fucking podcast. It's subculture. It's punk rock meets hip hop, the two subcultures that came out of the streets of the 70s. You know what I mean? It's and graffiti.
Yeah.
It's my life. Yeah, everything in the movie is my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's important, regardless of the bad acting and how it was made and shit like that. You have to take it in historical context. You know what I mean?
And let's end it on Bob Crane.
I'm drawing a blank. Hold on.
Hogan's
wait.
Heroes.
Oh. That movie's freaking awesome. Autofocus. Yeah, the guy like rough sex. William Dafoe. Did him in.
I didn't like Hogan's Heroes, and I don't know nothing about them.
Are you one of those dudes that's like, fucking World War II wasn't a joke?
No. I just
Because,
didn't-
like, I'm like, dude, the sitcom was a sitcom.
It was
like,
just
relax.
the worst show that was ever made.
No, motherfucker. I just didn't like the show.
I liked it. They stuck around.
I don't care.
The Germans were stupid.
I fucking said I,
I
don't
love that
like
Family
it.
Feud
I
guy
love
was
that.
on it.
Dawson,
I
I love that show.
Shut
It
the
was
fuck
fucking
up.
hilarious. Hogan.
I was like, please let him do it. Please let him do it.
It was all. It
Me
always
and you,
came
dude,
on,
we stole a bit. You're Colonel Klink, and I'm
It came on.
I'm Schultz.
It came on after fucking Gilligan's
man.
Island.
This is
when
what
you were
happens.
sick.
This is what happened.
We're like Gavin's heroes right here.
I don't know. I didn't like it. It was on the reruns. When
You got to do like Pablo. I'm gonna get you a monocle.
I don't even get the joke.
I'm gonna get you a monocle. That's just gonna be hilarious.
Fuck.
I see nothing. I know nothing.
I'm gonna get you a monocle. I'm not upset with that.
What are
at
you,
all.
Mr. Peanut? Vin? Crane?
I thought that fucking Kinnear was a strange choice when I heard that it was being made. I feel like I like autofocus. I love a story of a deviant. It's batshit crazy that he was a deviant, but the casting was strange to me for autofocus. I'm not shitting on Kinnear and what he did, but I can think of people probably without thinking too hard who would have made me love it rather than like it. You know what I'm saying?
I just like that he was a fucking deviant.
Yeah,
That's-
I just out of his fucking skull, and it's when you think of the era, it's more
yeah.
when someone's a deviant today, you just kind of expect them to be.
Right.
It's never a shocker.
Like when you're a porn dude, like in the 60s and 70s, when there was
Yes.
no way to get porn.
Yes, yes.
Like, yeah. So-
Like when you're buying gimmicks on 8mm tape
Right.
or whatever, 60
Right.
millimeter or whatever.
those giant fucking video cameras when they first came out.
Yep.
All right, and there you have it. Another exciting round of the word association game.
I feel like I always want word association to go 3 hours longer, so that I can be like, oh, we went too long.
Can't do the
Can't do
event.
the
Sorry,
event.
Oh,
sorry.
we would bump everything else before we'd bump Dear Vin.
If you feel you need to take a week off, Vin, take a week off for Dear Vin. That's all I'm saying. Not this week, but a future week.
Thanks, pal, for caring about my emotional well-being.
I do. Now that I've been a victim, I know how it feels.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the struggle's real.
He's mad.
Wow,
Don't
my
tweet.
face is elongated in that one.
Don't tweet what?
See, the problem is I drew the beard first. I get fucked up if I draw the beard first. but I
Don't
did this
tweet
did it
some
backwards.
bullshit.
It's not the way things are done, man.
time. We say how things are done.
We do.
Right.
But I'm telling you as us.
Sometimes we gotta live backwards.
All right, fine.
Heavy.
St. Vitus said.
Fine. Jesus.
Listen.
All right.
I'm
like when you
living
do that.
backwards.
This is Sicko's favorite segment. The other boys enjoy it as well. It's called Dear Vin.
Here's some fucking
Dear
thoughts
Vin.
from some maniac.
Hastens, Heystens. Hastens Days with a Z. Dear Vin, Hastens Days. Tweet me what you live in. You definitely live in me. I'm and heaven is so close. Help a little.
You gonna help him?
What the fuck?
OG, think he needs help?
I think he's doing all right.
Wow.
All right.
I mean,
He's got a computer.
I don't want to fake the funk and say Dear Vin because it doesn't say that. Hello to whomever I'm sending this message to. Peace be with you. I'm sending you this message because it seems I can't view your Instagram profile and was wondering if you may have blocked me. If so, can you please unblock me? I have not written anything I shouldn't have written and am only guilty of liking every picture you post. I have This is something we can resolve. My Instagram username is blah, blah, blah. Other than that, I wish you a happy life with your son, and he says my son's name, and the people in your life.
He doesn't say my name.
Yes. Listen, man, if you're blocked, if you're not blocked, you're doing something wrong, and I can't help you with that. If you're blocked, trust me, all three of these dudes see the shit I put up with on a daily who I don't block. So if you fucking got blocked,
you had to do something.
you did something, motherfucker, and I didn't like it. So how's this for a fucking free piece of advice? Take a fucking long walk off a short fucking pier.
I hope he can swim.
Don't get put on the list, man.
I mean,
Dear Vin, I like the music. It is the empowerment of all forces evil.
oh boy.
Burning the mirror and drag you to hell are the flames on Satan's mantle.
That's awesome.
That's the name of our album. The flames on Satan's mantle.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Sick, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
Don't fuck yourself over, Vinny. You've already earned your spot at the table of righteousness. You say what needs to be heard. The fact that people don't actually understand the true meaning behind your lyrics doesn't sit well with me or the almighty red skin in charge.
Wow.
The Dark Lord appreciates you, but you know that. But in the end, you'll be first.
Sicker, shut up. You don't want to make this guy mad.
The Illuminati is
we
after us
go.
all. Frankly, I'm surprised they haven't taken you out yet. Be on the lookout when hell arises and the tides of pain run the streets. I call it Dom Day for domination. It will happen. We can watch together. Watch what? Watch the earth collapse while we look down upon the weak and bleak while we laugh at the departed souls of this so-called paradise. I will be setting up a roster of recruits. I hope you know that you are the top of the list. In fact, you're the lieutenant. Spaz on the innocent. Or should I say, Paz out on the innocent.
I get it.
You see what he did there?
I saw it.
Spaz out like the horned one intended.
The horn one. That's heavy.
You are God, but only if evil believes in you. Hence the Hence the reference in Burning the Mirror. I caught it. Unlike these uninformed dipshit fucks that don't deserve your audible warnings. Your verbal blood. I deserve it. Cocaine snorts me. Song title.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Best ending ever.
You are charged, Vinny. You are destruction in the flesh. Fuck a crucifix, I'd use it just to stab a nun. That was a bar of mine. These words will be chanted as you arrive. We will be waiting. We will be waiting. Whoa. I don't dislike this guy.
I'm a little scared now.
I don't have anything bad to say about this dude.
Neither do
A, and B,
He named our album like 3 song titles and maybe our next album.
if he's taking you along at the end of
Yeah.
everything, do I get to come with you on that?
We're both heads.
I was gonna say, is this head Vinny or regular Vinny?
Hell in a handbasket.
There's your title.
See what I'm saying?
Writes itself. Writes
itself. That has been another installment of Dear Vin.
That was a stellar ending.
That was great.
I love that guy.
Me too.
Dear Vinny, here's some fucking thoughts from some maniac.
Brilliant.
Dear Vinny, here's some fucking thoughts from some maniac.
At this
your
point in
name's
time,
Steve. I forgot. I wasn't even making a joke.
Fuck, man.
Steve just kind of.
It's the all-purpose white guy name. I know.
so Pablo, you've had a couple days to think about things.
I have. I think.
You have a Pablo Cheapo tip of the week?
I don't know, man.
No.
Hold on. What?
No.
The OG still saying
No, man.
heads don't know.
No. Sorry. I don't
that-
know what to tell you.
That person fucked it up for everybody.
Delete! 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 Delete!
That's it. Nothing
you
else
go.
needs to be said.
There's your ruling.
All right. Sorry, fans.
If you wanted to come back, you better inundate us. Because one bad apple ruined the whole bunch.
Yep.
I want to see a.
Goddamn concerted effort.
Exactly. What's the groundswell of support
of Pablo.
for Pablo?
Exactly. Don't tear him down. Build him up.
Love Pablo.
Thank
day.
you.
Well,
Love
all
you guys.
day.
Love
If you can't, you got to stick to your guns. So you handle the cheapo tip of the week. You also handle the revered mailbag.
The ball bag, yeah.
The ball bag.
He handles ball bags.
All right.
He does handle ball bags. Do we have some mailbags?
We got some
this week?
balls.
All right. From Phil?
Phil's been on the low. He's been on the down low, man. I'm just let him do his thing. First one's from Vin. From Connor Linehan. I've been listening to your music for a long time now and have been a drummer even longer. I always cover metal or hardcore songs when I get on the set, but lately I've been wanting to cover a lot of your songs along with Appy, Self, and Esoteric. I've yet to find the time to get to some of your shows, being a new father and all. I don't know if you ever have live drums, but was curious to know if you saw a cover of your music you dug, would you consider having a live drummer at any of your shows?
A cover with a live band. No, I've seen kids cover my shit, but it's kids rapping.
I guess you're interested in a live
Well,
drummer
the
or
thing-
a live band.
The thing is with that is before Rage Against the Machine, before the Roots, that's basically what I was doing. Pablo had a band, hardcore, post-hardcore band, and at their band practices, we would make demos of shit. It was basically, they would replay songs that I thought of, or loops and shit like that. So that was really the first foray. It was pre-JMT. It was pre-Soulcraft. We were calling it Under the Influence. And we did a couple shows. I would perform with those guys when they had shows. So it's kind of been there, done that.
We did Lean On Me. That was dope.
Yeah,
That
we
was a
took
dope
the
cover.
Caston. My man Caston played it like
He
with
had
a violin.
He had a violin. I don't know what you call that. The bow.
Yeah, the violin.
He would
bow.
use that on his Stratocaster. That shit was
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
It was dope. It was bare bones, which I like more. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it sound dope. I'm very, very much, a believer in not tinkering with things too much. I like the way the hip hop sounds off of turntables, so I never really thought about it. No.
All right. Next one's for Pablo from Goonies 1985. Pablo, I've got an old pair of Doc Martens in my closet that I bought at Zipperhead back in the early 90s. They still are in pretty good shape. However, they have lost their shine and have turned from jet black to sort of a dullish gray. My question for you, what brand of shoe polish do you recommend? I figure whatever shit you're using in your beard will do the trick.
I was like, I don't like this question, and then that came up.
I'm
and I was
going
like,
for
all
that
right.
real unnatural so black it looks blue deal you've got
Yes.
going. Peace.
Wow. Oh my God, man. I don't like people shooting on Pablo. Do you know who this is?
No. I don't know who it was. But on my Timberland boots, I use the Kiwi shoe polish, if you want to answer seriously.
I could tell you how to get old docs to shine, and now I'm not going to tell you, motherfucker, because you're a fucking funny guy.
Right. And my shit is not
And
dyed, it's natural.
I could tell you something that would make it make your shit look like you bought them yesterday. And guess what? Now you don't get to know.
Delete.
Hold on.
Deleted that answer.
And my shit's not dyed. It's natural. As you see it, if you grew in for 2 more weeks.
Delete! 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 Delete!
The last one is all right.
This one's for the crew from Cena F. Hello. I'm 24 years old and have been doing drugs and alcohol since I was 16. Alcohol, marijuana, psychedelics, prescriptions, you name it. I have, however, been clean and sober from everything for 7 weeks, which is the longest streak I've ever had. Every day I want to give up and return to the world of drugs, alcohol, because doing them gave me confidence. Have any of you had a similar experience of fighting relapse? How did you deal with this problem?
Jeez, man. I've learned literally that every person copes with it differently with addiction. There's people 12-step has saved their lives, and then there's people who think that 12-step is complete bullshit and that you can do it on your own. It's no different than to me, at least, it's no different than addiction is a metaphor for life in terms of how you cope with it and choosing the way that works for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm cut from the cloth of where if something is fucking me up on any level, be it alcohol, drugs, dietary, not taking care of your body, any of that, I'm just a believer in fixing things yourself and being able to take control of that. I would never allow something to control me to the point where I let it destroy me. You know what I mean? And when it got there with me, I said enough. For me, you know what I mean? It's enough. If you're 24, your body's gonna deteriorate from that shit. You're gonna look like you're fucking. By the time you hit your 30th birthday, you're gonna look 45,
And you're gonna feel it.
and you're gonna. For every fucking person that we fucking knew or grew up with that became a junkie or a mess is now a junkie and a mess in their 40s. Looks like they're on their fucking deathbed. Has nothing to show for anything. So, if that's interesting to you or you seem interested in it, then relapse. If you want to get your shit together, get your shit together. No one can help you with that but you.
P.S. I love the podcast. I feel like I'm chilling with my older brothers when I listen to you.
Thanks for listening, man.
Thank you.
Hold your head, man.
This one's for the crew from Pedro Pina. It's a long one, so bear with me. First off, I would like to say how much I appreciate your podcast. It's like a breath of fresh air in the stale, beautiful disaster we call society. Second, I just want to say thank you for all your knowledge you guys bring every episode. I've not missed an episode yet. Third, I would like to touch on what El Toro, Vinnie Paz, and El Jaffe, OG Gavin, talk about the biz. And would really like to hear your thoughts on the first time they saw Lucha Libre on ECW. I first saw ECW on TV without cable in California. How I got the signal, I don't know, but I had the privilege to catch it on a regular basis when even my friends couldn't watch it and they had cable. But anyhow, it blew my mind when Monday Night Raw was the thing to watch. I would wait until Saturday evening to catch it. Sorry to make a long story short. I think ECW was the greatest thing to happen in wrestling, in my opinion. And even though I couldn't barely see through the snow on the screen, the sound of the crowd, the ovations, the emotion that Joey Styles will put into the commentary was just insane. The match that stands out for me is the one between Psychosis versus Rey Mysterio Jr. It's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. It was 2 out of 3 fall matches I've ever seen. It was a 2 out of, 3 fall match. Yeah. The energy and passion, the work, the speed they put into the show was mind-blowing. But to top off the interaction of the fans, I never saw that type of love for Lucha Libre. It almost brings me to tears when I watch that match, and at the end, after it's done, the huge ovation from these guys that put it out on the line for Philly. Once again, thank you. I would love to hear your thoughts. Much love, respect. Jesus. So he's just kind of just showing love.
Yeah, thanks for listening, man. Well, let me say something real quick, because I'll be quick. Those dudes, lucha dudes don't sell as much. It's more like ballet. That match was great. I remember that. Everything Paul Lee was doing, he innovated. He changed the industry from a bingo hall in South Philly. It's dope that you got to see it out in Cali. It was Saturday nights here, too. It was a pleasure to be in the same place that was coming from. Paulie gave Ray Psychosis, Super Crazy.
Super Crazy.
He gave all those dudes a shot, and then they all blew up because of it. So Paulie was super innovative. He still is super innovative, and it was dope to watch. It's dope that you saw that back in Cali. My bad.
I was going to say the same thing you said. Paul is absolutely 100% responsible for bringing Lucha Libre to the United States, and he did it in Philly, so that was pretty cool. And I got to see, off the top of my head, I remember 3 times seeing Super Crazy against Tajiri live, which was fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah,
the two of them together were fucking mind-blowing, man. Even though Tajiri worked a little bit of a different style, but the two of them together were fucking magic. They were absolutely the best thing on ECW at the time, and that's when ECW was, I wouldn't say it was at its height, but it was still at a high point.
Yeah, 96-ish, maybe? 97?
It might have been 98. It might have been a little bit later.
Okay.
I was a huge fucking Tajiri mark. So seeing that Japanese sort of strong style, but Muda style against a guy like Super Crazy, who was definitely lucha, 80% lucha.
He worked
maybe,
a little bit stiffer than them dudes, though, which is why it worked so well.
Yeah, those motherfuckers would kill each other, man.
beat the
I
dog shit out of
didn't
each other.
see Ray and Psychosis live, but I saw it on TV at the time. Yeah, man. I mean, he brought in Conan too, and Conan jobbed to Sandman. I don't know why that was. It might have been some kind of politics.
It had
thing.
to be because Conan was fucking Hulk Hogan of Mexico at
Yeah,
that point. So
and Sandman was being built as one of the main guys that on the roster.
Yeah.
So Sandman beat the shit out of him. That's all I really remember about Conan working at the arena. But yeah, Ray, Psychosis, Super Crazy for sure. Super Crazy and Tajiri. I feel like I saw them 3 times live. Fucking unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Thanks, Pedro. That's hashtag Gimmick Gang, hashtag Por Vida. And we'll close it out from Cody Mack. Cody Mack says, when you guys are talking about your favorite 7-inch records, I wonder if Crack is thinking about his favorite 7-inch, a.k.a. Professor Pablo. Why has he got to throw me under the bus like that?
Right? This fucking Cody Mack is fucking...
He better fucking figure out where
He's
his
going to
loyalty
end up on
goes
the
to.
list.
I mean, he might be the whole book.
I mean, and I love the Mac, but
Don't go that far. Don't encourage him. And that's the mailbag for late this week.
As
always an adventure with the mailbag.
It is an adventure. As always, before we get out of here, we do recommendations. Everybody ready? Sicko, you ready with something?
I am,
I'll
indeed.
start with you.
All right. Mine's another old one. Another happy accident. Was just flicking through the channels and it came on. From one of my all-time favorite directors. The movie is called Punch Drunk Love.
P.T. Anderson.
Yes, Paul Thomas Anderson is a fucking magnificent genius. I think, I don't know, Vin, I can't gauge it, but would you say this is one of his more overlooked films?
Yeah, I saw this movie in the theater. I think it's not one of his most. It's his most overlooked film.
And
definitely.
it's just
Sandler's brilliant.
Absolutely fucking brilliant.
like jaw-droppingly
I
brilliant.
can't get too into like the director thing. Like I don't know that much about it, but Sandler is fucking phenomenal in that.
He made me cry.
Did you ever see
When he smashes the
no
plate,
no.
when he smashes the
The
door.
drawing with Cheeto.
Wait, which one's Punch Drunk Love? He's the blue suit one,
The
right?
blue suit.
Did you ever see Rain on Me?
That's what with Cheeto.
Fuck, dude.
That movie's
Did you ever see that?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Fucking mind-blowing
Yeah,
performance from
his
him.
wife passes in 9/11.
His wife and kids die in 9/11, and it's like a year later.
Adam
and
Sandler, you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like a year later, and he's just like getting through the day.
Right.
And he happens to see an old friend of his from high school, and the high school friend, what's the dude's name?
College, Don Cheeto.
Yeah,
I
from
love Don
college.
Cheadle.
And he tries to like bring him out of it, and he's like half crazy but not crazy. Like he's just dealing with all these fucked up like feelings about it. Still living in the same apartment that they lived in, reliving the day that they flew.
Got to deal with the grandparents.
And for whatever reason, he was able to continue to live like a maniac because for whatever reason, he had tons of money, remember?
I
So
feel
he
like
didn't
he
have to
got
work.
a settlement
Settlement
because
or
they
so-
died. So
yeah.
there was like some guilt about that. Like, yo,
But I just remember he doesn't have to break out of it because he doesn't need to work or anything.
What's it called?
Rain on Me.
Rain
They
on
used
Me.
that Who song.
he'll
throughout
only
it.
listen to that. It's I cannot tell you how fucking brilliant
agree.
he is in this movie.
Nice.
I agree.
Like one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
I agree.
From Adam Sandler.
Yeah, man.
agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting that down.
Yeah, it's not a date movie. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's pretty
it's not-
depressing.
yo,
It's not a
man.
good time at all.
It's
I mean, but
It's a horror
for me
scene.
and my wife, that's a date.
It's a horror scene, man.
like
I
that.
do.
I like being miserable
We
with her and making her miserable.
We like depressing things.
Love rain on me.
So anyway, my recommendation, if you've never seen it, it's a lovely picture. Adam Sandler is brilliant. Paul Thomas Anderson is brilliant. The British broad that's in it is really good.
Yeah.
The story is great.
Luis Guzman's good in it.
Yeah, and what's the dude that died? Philip Seymour Hoffman. Even him, he had a very small part, but he was brilliant.
That motherfucker's brilliant. Everything.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely. I've
Everything.
never seen him do anything bad.
He can be in a bad movie and be brilliant.
and outshine it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've never seen it, definitely check it out. Punch Drunk Love.
Mine is for computer nerds and gadget nerds. There's a website called 9to5toys.com. That's
Jeez.
the number 9 to the number 5 toys.com. So they have like daily specials on like fucking computer parts and gadgets and TVs and all that shit. And there's whatever's news out. Speakers, Bluetooth bullshit, Apple bullshit, but it's dope and you check it out every day. 9to5toys.com.
OJ?
I switched mine up in the middle because we referenced this. Mine is live St. Vitus footage on YouTube. There's a specific show. That, okay, I might have this story wrong, but I feel like sometime in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, they got back together with Wino.
Yeah.
They did these tours. There is footage from Europe from 3 or 4 different shows that I can't tell you specifically because it doesn't have it listed where it's from or whatever, but
Right,
it's real
right.
easy to find. Look up St. Vitus Live 2000 whatever.
Yeah.
These fucking 3 shows are so fucking good. Better than any of the recorded records they ever did.
That's my
Better
biggest
than-
problem with them historically.
Right.
Production, never getting it right. You know?
I always liked them, but I never 100% got it until I saw this footage.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. It's so good.
Nice.
So St. Vitus Live, I wish I could be more specific, but I can't be. Because YouTube's a fucking problem.
Yeah, it is. It likes to be difficult with the finding of things.
So I'm gonna ask the gentleman, are y'all familiar with the Toynbee file? The Toynbee tiles?
No.
It's kind of creepy. So there's these tiles. They're like,
yeah. Kathleen was always talking about them.
all right, they're like the size of a license plate, P. And they're in like
Yes.
24 major cities. They're in South America.
There's some here, right?
There's one on 13th and Chestnut in Philly. they're embedded in the asphalt, so no one can figure out who is doing this and why. And the messages are always fucking bizarre, man. They all contain some variation of this following inscription: Toynbee idea in movie 2001 resurrect dead on planet Jupiter. That's in every one of them in some
Dig it. I like that.
shape. Some have like cryptic fucking political statements. There have been David Mamet, some film directors, some playwrights think that the dude's like basing this shit on their work. It's been going on for over 30 years, which is even more crazy because I don't know how old this person is or how they're keeping it up, or if it's one person.
I originally thought it was like a recent thing, like when I
Yeah.
first heard about it.
It's on its like fourth decade.
Ugh.
So there's a movie
I don't
called
like this at all.
Resurrect Dead: The Mystery of the Toynbee Tiles. It's obviously it's a documentary about this fucking phenomena. There's one that fucking Kubrick's name is in that fucking freaks me out. Like I said, the Resurrect Dead, Planet Jupiter shit. But this dude, this filmmaker, basically becomes obsessed with it. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to find out what this shit is about by piecing together fucking clues and key events, you know what I mean, and trying to connect everything. And the whole documentary is based on this shit.
That's heavy.
It's called Resurrect Dead: The Mystery of the Toynbee Tiles. It's fucking crazy.
I would watch it, but I'm scared.
It's all this kind of shit scares me, but it's really dope. So that's it for my recommendations. That's it for the fellas. If you want to send us messages or questions, that is, to the mailbag, it's info@broadstreetbreakdown.com. All of our previous episodes are on broadstreetbreakdown.com. And we're signing off. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. And enjoy your weekend.
Peace out.
Peace.